Hello, sketchbook heroes, sketchbook warriors. We got some simple warm-ups, and we'll just get jumping. But before we do, let me just show you what my granddaughter's doing. She's 3 years old, so awesome. Oh man, there was some other stuff. There was some really actually she was doing faces, but the scribbling is so cool. So I mean, there's so much to it. There's so much going on here. Some of the detail intricacies. Oh my gosh, almost looks like a little lizard for me, and the little eyes right here, and some kind of body. And then here also, I mean, we we get told to stop, or sometimes we're trying to do stuff and we don't get it, but you have to give yourself permission to suck. I heard that today. But really, the permission to make mistakes, to learn from what you do, and sometimes, it's okay. It's okay. You're trying to shoot for something, and you're not hitting it. It can get frustrating, but you want to hang in there. We're gonna go ahead and jump into our drawings today. Let's just go ahead and jump. Oh, it's there we go. That's what I'm talking about. I was still sharing my other time clock. Where's that other picture at? Oh yeah, here. There's this one, and then I had one other one. Oh, speaking of struggles, yeah, we had this one. I was struggling with last week. I figured it out. The eye was too low. I actually raised it up here, and there's something wrong with this eye too. But that's the whole thing. It's about the practice, right? We can raise the eye and fix this. Um, this whole thing was with my lining up and the whole thing. Ooh, had quite a. I'm still going through some stuff right now, some crazy stuff going on in my life. But yeah, here we go. Just really quickly from memory, fixing this. That looks actually already a lot better. Um, but yeah, because I had to some stuff, and some of this stuff is just really slightly off. It's not really off that much. But sometimes when you're off, things go off as well. But again, it's just practice. Don't worry about perfection, because I do. And, you want to you're shooting for it. You're shooting, but sometimes it doesn't. You don't always hit your mark. Your mark. Here we go. That looks a little better. I think, yeah, that looks just from 1 second of work. All right, here we go. Let's jump into this. Let me share my screen, and let's do share what we're going to be doing today. All right, there's our timer. Here's our drawings. Join the event. We're joined here. Uh-oh. I thought I had this set up. Oh yeah, we were trying to get somebody on here. Here we are. There's our drawings for today. And I think this is out of order. I fixed this earlier. There we go. No, it's not. Let's just jump in wherever it shows up. There we go. So we're going to start off really simple. Let's move back. Really, really simple. There's some trees. We're going to end with those trees for our session. Oh, look how simple that is. So we're going to start off really simple shapes. That hand is going to be interesting. The heart. We are just going to skip some of these, probably that one. Oh, it was a really good video I uploaded on drawing stick figures. We'll talk about that, I guess, a little bit as I go through these. So let me see. I'll just we'll start right here. So these are just prompts, really good prompts. If you want to write these down, I'll put this in the chat. If you're watching on YouTube, you can also go that way. Let me put these in the chat. Again, you should be practicing. You should be practicing. If you just practice with us, honestly, it's not enough. You should be practicing. So here we go. Here's April's prompts. And there's a group called Kicking the Creatives. Kicking the Creatives. And they give you these prompts. Sometimes you want to be free, like these scribbles my granddaughter's doing. She's free to do anything, but sometimes you want to restrict yourself. You want to restrict yourself and just say, okay, well, I'm going to do something on horror. What can I do? And then you just do something, anything. And then number 2, something about you. What something about you? That's a good one. Number 3, something red, something empty. Bad day. Ooh, bad day. So those are some great prompts. And let's just jump into our drawing. Let's just jump into this. Okay, we have some simple stuff here. Now, depending on how accurate you want to get this, we can look at the spacing. We can look at the space in between, so we can get that as accurate as well. So there's a lot going on there. So we're going to go ahead and start with this. I'll just go ahead and we're going to draw these pretty quickly. If you are new here, I don't know, raise your hand or put it in the chat. I don't know. I usually break these down pretty quickly. Well, actually, I take my time with them, but these are really simple. So I want to get to the harder drawings. There we go. Really spacing and stuff. I really see the height and the width. I can almost see this that they kind of fits in a square almost here. So bring that down. All of these in a square, the same height, same width, almost. See right there? So when I'm drawing it out, that I kind of take that into consideration. I was watching somebody else making buildings, which we're going to have buildings later on, and they actually take a different approach. Sometimes you wanted to practice actually both approaches, which is starting with something small. I usually go from big to small. But you can start from something small. And we do that sometimes when we look at units, like here, that this is like a 1-to-1. And then we use that as a measurement. You can see that's 1.5. And then we can see the distance over here and see the relationships. But basically, that's what it is. We're looking for these relationships. What are the relationships, right? All right, so we'll go ahead and draw that one. And then did I put it in the chat? No, I did not. Let's put it in the chat real quick. And then we'll go to the next one. And we're going to draw all these really quick. We're going to draw all these really quick. We're not going to hesitate here. There we go, annotate. I'm still trying to figure out how to put this side by side. I don't know. I'm probably just gonna make these videos. I did cancel a couple classes if you noticed. Let me see. Oh, here's a bird. We can use this. It's actually almost even a square as well. It has the same height, same width. Oh yeah, there we go. Same height, same width. Almost. Let me see, right about there. And I can see a circle. We can break this circle over here. Do the same thing. Make it bigger. Holding down the, yeah, there we go. It's really there. Look at that circle right in there. Almost, maybe a little smaller. Right in there. Trying to capture that. And see, it's a little bit bigger than that. Let's put that in the chat. We're just gonna knock these out one by one really quickly. So if you want to go at your own pace, you can go at your own pace. Now let me see and do it on your own. It's all just practice, practice, practice. Not about perfection. It's really about the practice. You know, you want to be the doctor. You want to be in there and join us in this practice. Thank you for joining us. Here, let's go next screen. There we go. Whoa. Oh, all right, let's see. Will it disappear? Oh no, there's a rabbit. Almost the same. Let's move these this way. We got our square over here. Look at that. We're using the same shapes. And then oh, that's not good. Undo that one. I just want to move it. I don't want to change the shape. See, there's more of an oval shape. More oval shapes, please. So let's, I'm gonna squeeze this a little bit. I wish I could turn it, but it's that, ooh, look at that. Perfect right there. Almost perfect. It's not about perfection, it's about the process, but you can see the shapes. You can see the shapes here. That should help. All right, let's screenshot that one. Throwing them all into the chat. Do the best you can. We're going to go through these pretty quickly. If you want me to go slower, let me know. If you're beginners, put it in the chat. Hey, brand new here. I'll slow down because I am going to stop doing these beginner ones. We're going to, once I get my warm-ups, we're going to get rid of we're not going to do the beginner ones. We're going to actually move on to more advanced stuff. I'm going to send the beginners to our warm-ups and answer their questions, but we gotta move on. We really do. I want to do other stuff. I've been doing this for 3 years, so we gotta move up. Gotta move up. All right, so this one's interesting. This one, again, you can see, now let's put the oval in here. There's like an oval or a circle right in here. I'm just breaking this down. So if you're new here, what we're doing is just analyzing this. We're looking at how this thing is made. You can see that circle part, but it's probably like an oval. Kind of like this line, this roller coaster line. Here it's a little more of a peak. And then here, what I want you to notice is where the eyes are located. See, the eyes are located like in the middle, almost in the middle. It's probably a little bit lower. And here too, notice the placement of the eyes and the shape, and the placement of the nose. See, those are, it's a simple face, but this one doesn't even have eyebrows. Simple face, but things to look for when you're drawing. All right, let's put that in the chat, and that'll be the last one. I think that's the last one for our first session. And then we'll see where we go from there. I think so. Let me see, capture that, capture the flag, send it in. You can draw it at your own pace. Let's see. Oh, the apple. Let's do this apple here as well. Let's annotate it. Bring our circle over here, bring all these shapes. See, it's really one circle there. Copy it, paste it, Another circle over here. You can see like the two circles, almost like making a heart, and then it's kind of goes out. You got to see how these things are constructed. How is it constructed? How's it put together? Even this, we've talked about the for the last year or so, this tapered tail. There it is again for that leaf, there, and then the angle of the stem. And even here, there's kind of like an angle, the angle of the apple kind of coming down at this angle, even though there's a curve. I want to see those angles, kind of here an angle. See, there's kind of like an angle, these angles here. You want to see these angles. And then also you want to see one more line, probably down here, bam. And then these would be like 3 little circles. I can put those 3 circles there too. So just for those, I don't know, is anybody new? I don't see anybody new. So I guess we'll just do these really quick. Look at that circle, bam. Oh, and then just copy paste it. And then I think that's it. Let me see, copy, paste. Good little warm-ups, just like kind of like that prompt that we put in there. Paste it one more time. Look and see how it's constructed. You see, there it is. It's just those little parts of that circle. But if you see this circle, see how it fits. There it is. All right, let's paste it in the chat. There we go. Screenshot this. Bam. And I can break it down more, but you know, we'll be here all night. I don't want to do that. But if that's where you're at, that's where you're at. You know, sometimes, like again, I say always, you know, sometimes we have to go too fast. Oh, this one's good one too. Sometimes we go too slow in a class, right? And you get bored. But we're gonna do these pretty quickly. Whoa. Ah, I know what's going on. I don't have my annotate tools. All right, let's move these. All right. Oh, hey, Thomas. Good, we're gonna be drawing these things. We're gonna be drawing these pretty quick. So you don't get bored. We have somebody that's we have a 7-year-old in the house. That's awesome. I'll show you a 3-year-old drawing. Oh, we should share Thomas's animation. Hey, we do have an animation here. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. I have to go up here. We have an animation from we put together for written by somebody who's watching right now. We'll show it real quick. So I helped put this animation together, but it was written by let's go to our videos. Just real quick, it's like a 30-second. Here it is. Grumpy Cloud. Here we go. Grand premiere, Grumpy Cloud. Sound effects and all. The end. Written by Thomas Chen, illustrated by Thomas Chen, directed by Thomas Chen. All right, here we go. All right. That's it. So here we go. Let's get going. Let's get back to what we're drawing. Oh, this one, we're going to break this one down. Ah, there it is. All right. Oh, very interesting, Josh says. Yes.
What's up, guys? Welcome to French Capital Charts. Today we're taking a look at NVIDIA stuff.
I thought we were getting bombed again. Now, here we go. All right, so this one, you can see it's you can kind of see a square in there, but really it's more of a rectangle. But let's throw the square in there. And we're going to draw all these really quickly. I'm going to draw all of them really quickly. But there's the square. And then we kind of see how all the parts fit and how they move around. Let's see what makes the most sense for me. Maybe, I don't know. This one's hard. This one's hard. This one's just a little bit bigger than a square, a little bit longer. This will help. Watch, let's put one square in there. Let's copy and paste that one. Copy, paste. And then let's make it smaller. Oh, I didn't do it right. Control Z. Let's make it smaller. Oh, he has the biggest smile. Yeah. Oh, there we go. We see how many squares are here right here. Let's see. Alrighty. There we go. There's one square on this little area. So this is a relationship. We're going to see that's one square. Copy, paste that one. There's 2. We're using it as a ratio. Relationships 1, 2. I can see it's going to be 4. 1, 2, 3. And a 4. Paste that one. Look at that. Bam. 4 squares. Really close to 4. Then you can see up here all these little things. Let's see how tall it is compared to those same squares. See, we're using that same unit. And it's 3. Look, it looks like it's 3 squares up. All right. That's a good one right there. 3. So it's a 3 by 4. 3 by 4. And that helps us right there. That helps us get that rectangle. It's kind of really close to a 3 by 4. All right, and then we'll do this. So we're going to do this. We're going to draw really quick tonight, really quick. quick tonight. Let's put this in the chat again. There we go. Screenshot this. It's seeing these relationships and how everything relates is the thing. All right, let's see what's next here. Oh, the B. I'm just gonna do this freehand. I don't know. We'll just do it here. There's a lot of drawings. I don't know who's been all these beginning ones. So we'll do these really quick because especially since there's so many. And it's a good warm up, actually. Sometimes you gotta go fast, sometimes you gotta go slow. Today we're gonna go really fast. I'm gonna try to go as fast as I can. That's a good warm up. Let's get rid of all these. Let's see. Let's just really quickly. Oh, look at that. The angles for this. You can actually even see this as a triangle. There's a little bit of curve, but the triangle really helps. Let's see the bottom of that. Let's see. There we go. Bam. It's symmetrical as well. So it's the same on both sides. So it's good to have drawing a line of axis. That really helps getting. Sometimes one of the challenges is making it the same on both sides. And then you've got the circles, all these little circles, right? All these little circles. There's a lot of little circles here and there. Oops, that's not a circle. There we go. Put that there. Bang. All right. And there's the head. I'm gonna just paste it. If there's one more, I'm not gonna break it down. We got too many. We're just gonna draw. Just draw. There we go. Don't have to worry about breaking it down. We're moving faster as well. Let's go to the next one, see what's here. Oh yeah, we'll just do some stick people. The heart, we're gonna skip. The hand is actually, oh, I like the hand actually. I don't know if I'll break it apart in drawing. I won't break it apart here. Clear all drawings. Yeah, we'll just put it in the chat though. And tell me how you like this because I've never really just drawn straight ahead. We're gonna just draw these straight ahead. I usually take my time, but oh look, there's one more. I'll put it in the chat as well. One last time. I think that's it. Let me see. I think hopefully, let's see. There's a lot of, oh, the trees. The trees, there's a bunch of trees. I don't know. You're going to vote on which tree you want. And if you get to vote, we'll see what we do when we get there. All right, let's do this. Woo! Let's do this. All right. All right. Stop sharing. Here we go. So we're just going to straight ahead draw these. I'm going to start off with, there's a whole bunch of drawings to do. It's all about the practice. We're going to go as quickly as I can. We're going to start off with the mushrooms. So here we go. Mushrooms. Oh my gosh. I've got my mushroom jokes. So here we go. Why did the mushroom go to the party? Because he was a fun guy. All right. Here we go. So we need a square. The relationship, same height, same width. Again, this is proportions as well. You know, this is a wrap to draw. We look at ratios, angles, proportions, and all these are relationships. All these proportions are just relationships. Have the same height, same width. And then we've seen that the head, the mushroom head's up there. There was another one here, a little bit smaller. And I'm just getting the placement where they're kind of going up here and over here. See, this kind of helps with accuracy right in there. And then let's just go ahead and draw it. I'm just gonna go really quick. I am. We're gonna do all these really quick. Let's see. Ooh, I'm not even getting accurate. There we go. There's one mushroom head. If you did it in ink, that'd be good. There's a little bit of a curve to it. Coming down here. I don't know if it goes down that far. Try to get to be parallel. I'm not. It's okay. There's one mushroom. The top mushroom is like a triangle that's pushed in on the sides, and it's got curves. So it's got a little bit of curves, and then it's got a little bit of that mushroom. Oh, there it is. Then we've got a little bit of a curve on this as it comes down. There we go. And bring it up. I think a marker would be good for this. Got a marker. Let's see. Let's go over this with a marker really quick. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, the marker will give you that thickness of line. And I think something's in the chat. There's a new message. All right. What room can what room can you never go into? A mushroom. Yeah. That was if you know any jokes, put them in the chat. Why did Why did the fungi leave the party? Because there wasn't much room. Da-da-da. And then in the joke, and it says, Thomas, what room can you never go into? A mushroom. All right, now these other mushrooms, there's two other ones over here. They're almost circular. They have a little bit of a bump to the top and a flatness to the bottom. So it's like a circle with a little bit of a flatness to the bottom. And then you see, boom, there it is. And then it's just a little stem. Mushrooms are really, actually, we're closer related to a mushroom than any other plant. Yeah, look that up. It's really interesting. There's a mushroom, and I didn't get them to line up. They should be kind of lining up. They didn't really. It's okay. Let's go. We're just practicing. Let's go to the next one. Ooh, this bird. So there's a circle. I'm going to start off with a circle for the bird. A little scribbly circle. See? Look at all that. We're sketching. That's a sketch. All right. And then we've got, let's go to the bird up here. Let's see. I think that's the bird. Yeah, there it is. I see it. Then it cuts into here. Now there's a really good, oh my gosh, see, that's where I would send you to my website. Because there's some really good videos on drawing birds. And that's a good place, a safe place to start drawing these birds because they've got some really interesting forms. So you can see I got that circle, and then I cut this almost like this sled or kind of like a Nike swoosh or whatever you want to call it. It goes onto that little peak up here. And then it goes out of our circle like a little beak. And it comes down and around and up. And then we've got the wing of a prayer coming up in here, up there. And I can see how I'm doing it with pencil, and then I can do it with a marker on top. That's a really good way. That's a way a lot of artists do it. They do it in pencil first, or even blue pencil, colored pencil. Then they go with their a marker on top. So here it is. Let me see. I got these. And if I need to make any changes, I can make any changes. Some erasing. I'll see what I'm happy with and what I'm not. Actually, and these lines are really thick, so you really do need a marker or make your lines thick when you draw them like this with the pencil, to them like really thick. But since we got a marker here, it helps us do it faster. It's actually even a double marker line. These lines are pretty thick. And the way they move, the way they flow. So here we go. Up here really quick. Bam. Bam. And don't worry about perfection. Worry about the process. See this from the circle. If you can see the circle, you can see the bird. Try to see the way it's constructed, the way it's made. Even this wing has like a circle in it that's pulling away. And then the thickness of line, thick, expressive line. And then I think there's more head space. So I'm going to bring the head over a little bit more. Just a little bit. And then pull the beak out. Yeah, feel free to make adjustments. See how I just made that adjustment? It's not about perfection. You just want to see, okay, I can make those changes. I can fix things. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes if you can change them, change them. If you can't, then it's all right. Just accept it and let it go. Because paper is forgiving. Paper has mercy. Go to the next page. It's all right. Yep. Yeah, sometimes you make mistakes, and that's okay. You got to learn from them. Then it's not a mistake. Then it's not a mistake because you learn from it. Bam. Here we go. There we go. That's it. There we go. And then this, look at that. Look at the way that thickness of that line looks. Much better. Oh, I don't know if I should zoom in a little bit. All right, we got 18 people here tonight already. Awesome. Welcome. We're just booking through here. We're just doing a lot of warm-ups. If you missed that, you missed this. We're just cooking through the warm-ups. All right, let's see. The next one is we got a bunny rabbit. And it kind of fits in a square. So we've got a square. Let's see. Let's get our square in there. Same height, same width. Practice drawing squares. See, even just practicing our little warm-ups here. And I'm going pretty quick. We have our square. Let me just turn it a little bit. Then we've got an oval that's right about in here. Now, we know the relationship of the square has the same height, same width. Now, this oval fits right in here. We got to see how the oval fits. It's a little bit above the middle of the square, a little bit above the middle of the square. And this oval fits like right in here. You can see almost another little square space right in there. That oval for that head for the bunny. And then we've got the ears. The ears kind of flow off the top of that oval shape. They kind of flow off the top and come in right there. See, we're looking for all these relationships and how they all fit. These ears kind of come up here. Oops, and bring it down a little bit. Right in there, the flow of these shapes. And then the eye goes right, okay, so if I break this in the middle, it's on this side, right about there, right below our square line, probably a little bit lower. Is that the middle? Oh, no, it's probably about right there. Could be a little bit lower. And then, ooh, that nose, there's a nose that bumps out. How am I going to do that? Well, I can actually make this bigger. I can make this bigger because I really want to worry about the head. I like the way the head is. I might have to make the body bigger. Watch, because I can see where it's at, and I'm looking back and forth, and I can see this little bump of this the nose as it comes here on that oval. A little bit of a bump. The bump. Even though Easter has passed, bunnies last. All right, here we go. Ooh, where is that? I'm gonna look for the actual picture here on my screen. There it is. All right. Oh yeah, it does go all the way. It goes all the way. I thought it stopped right in here. Sometimes it stops, but this oval shape goes all the way around, and it does kind of come up, and it does get lighter up here. The line, if you notice the thickness of the line, it's thicker down here, especially down here at the bottom. They do this to give it some weight, to give it some roundedness, a little more. You'll see this in coloring books, this thickness of line. I like that. I kind of miss the highlight. There's a little bit of a highlight in there. I'm kind of missing it. Dark and all the way around it, so I can kind of have it, but it's not there. The nose is that little bump, and then the details. There's just a little line right in here, one little line, and three little hairs. 1, 2, 3. We are going a little faster tonight as a change of pace. Here we go. If I'm going too fast, I'm sorry. Tell me to slow down or repeat something in the chat. If I'm going too slow, I'll try to go faster. There we go. A little ear. There's one ear, another ear. The thickness of line, I'm trying to capture it, but it's got really nice flowing lines. Could have been digital. It's hard to tell nowadays, but it's probably digitally done. Didgeridoo. Didgeridoo. You can hear the traffic outside. Wow, it's loud. All right, and then we've got the inside of another ear right in here. Oh, I finally got my lighting a little better. Yeah, I was having trouble with lighting. I was getting some really bad shadows for the last couple weeks since I moved to this new room. But I changed my lighting around a little bit. There's the head. Now I can just add the body. Now I can, if I need to make any changes, I can actually, oh yeah, the body looks good. I can see it flowing off of this part of the head, right in there. I can see it flowing down. And then I can see this kind of flowing down here. And then the body, the bottom leg here. Bam, see that leg. And then here, this other foot part. And then I'm just blocking it in. I'm just sketching it in where I kind of think it's going to go really lightly with the circle tail. There's a little bit of overlapping. There's always a little bit of overlapping. And then I like it. So now I can draw it. And it's really cool. It goes really light back here, and then it goes thick down here. The line gets thicker as it comes down. The line gets thicker. And then here we go. Let's get this leg, this hopping leg. Let's hop to it. Right in here. Bang, it's a pretty warm day. It's hard to believe it's going to rain. Rain's a coming. Yeah, they call me the weatherman. All right, here we go. Then this goes out a little bit more. There it is. And then the tail. Round and round. Look at that. That's a cute little bunny. All right. Let's do this. Right here, this toe has little toesies. That's just 2. 1, 2. broken up, and then it goes up in that curve. Let's get that thickness of that line, the thickness of the line. I'm thickening it up, and it goes thin. It has really nice flowing lines where it goes thin and then it goes thick. It goes a little bit wider, thicker line down here. And then this, let's try to get in one swoop, right there, with this one little toe on this side. And you just capture one. And I think I did it too low, but it's okay. All right, we're going for speed, not accuracy. And being consistent. Oh yeah, it could have been a little bit thinner. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, I probably could have moved the head over a little bit. It's all good. All right, next drawing. We're just cooking through these. Oh, we've got that face. So we got a little face. It's just a circle, almost a circle. It's going to be an oval, but that's just where we're getting our roller coaster, our little roller coaster ride. So we got our circle. We're going to go up, then down, and then up. A little more of a triangular. Imagine that as a roller coaster. Wow. Then you've got the other head right in here. The other one curving up right in there. So these are two faces. This is the shoulder. This is one head, another head. Two people connected by lines. There it is. I'm happy with that. I'm taking the eyes are going to be in the center. They're not. It's not like at that angle, I guess, about that angle. Then the nose about a little bit below the middle. Then these eyes, right. If this was the head coming out to there, I can do probably a little bit lower. Something's off right in here. Something's off a little bit. And then in the middle of that is the nose. So I'm getting the spacing, but I think there should be more space in here. I think I should have dropped down this a little bit more. This is a little bit too close. I can already tell. I can fix it, but I'm not going to worry about it because we're here for speed. We're here just to do it. It's going to look fine. So on these eyes up here, there's let's get the nose in. So it goes from, let's see, the middle here, and it just it's kind of like the letter J right in there. J for peach. Then we've got the eyes right in here. Two eyes that are closed. Right in there. There's two eyes. Really simple face. Nothing really complex. Ooh, the beauty in this drawing is the simplicity. It is the simplicity. And let's go to a marker. Well, actually, we got this pen. This pen is nice and dark, but it's really thin. What happened to my marker? That'll leave a mark. Here we go. Yeah, I'm looking at it. Could be a little bit wider. I'm widening up the shoulder. See, I'm just making all these little changes. I can probably go a little bit lower too. See, bam, that's going to be a little bit more accurate, I think, while making these changes on the fly. And these eyes, oops, the nose. Simple, really simple shapes. Here we go. Let's put these eyes in. This eye, the eyebrow goes above that line, then comes down right to the nose. Oops. There. And then we've got the eyes. 1 and 2. There we go. It's actually pretty cool. It's really simple. It really actually very, very emotional. No, you can actually, I don't know, there's it's heartfelt, I think. You know, you can see a couple here together. All right, there's that one. That's next. Time to dilly-dally. What's next? The apple. All right, let's do the apple. Again, the apple is 2 circles. Oh, we got to sharpen our pencil. All right, I just lost the lead on that one. All right, here we go. I'm using a blade. There we go. 2 circles. Let's see, I'm gonna bring it down. Oh, there's a new message. All right, it says, why is it impossible to have a conversation with an obnoxious female mushroom? Because she talky too much. Oh, yeah. I was like, okay, where's this one going? Is it gonna get me into trouble? Yeah, she talky too much. Obnoxious mushroom. All right, we got 2 circles. Yeah, keep the jokes coming. Yeah, even the corny ones. All right, so we got to see how they relate. So we have one circle. Circles are circles, right? Same height, same width. If we make them small or big, they're always going to be the same. It's always the same, right? So, but here's where it's different. It's how they overlap. How much do they overlap? So you got to see how much it overlaps. You got to see this football shape that's in the middle, and how much. Because if you put them too close, then it's going to be too much. It's got to be just right distance to get those two circles going. All right, there's some overlap. If it was a heart, I would probably do it a little further apart if I was drawing a heart with two circles. These two circles. Here's the one of the one of the challenges is to draw something red. Well, here's something red, even though it's not, we're not using colors. It's our apple here. Then we got our angles. Our angles. There's curve to it, but try to see the angles and then the bottomness of that with our three circles. Three circles for this apple. Let's straighten it out. My camera's crooked. I'm crooked. Yeah, there's a little bit of overlapping with our circles as well. But yeah, you see, I'm just sketching them in. Not even perfect. It's just good enough. There we go. And then we've got the inside of that apple. I'm drawing pretty quick today, so if you can keep up, that's great. If I'm going too slow, let me know. I'll try to pick up the speed. Today we're going for speed. It's good to mix it up. So sometimes we go too slow. That's why I watch my videos at double speed. There we go. There's the stem. There's the stem of the apple. There's going to be the leaf that's going to come out of it. So I'm going to put that stem of that leaf there. And then we're going to get that. I call it the tapered tail, but it's kind of like a circle or an oval, actually more of an oval shape. And then it curves onto it. See, it curves onto it and curves over it. I see the top curves over it like this. So you get a flame, could be like a flame or a candle or a ponytail. You get this, you'll see the shape a lot. You see the shape a lot, right? That's that leaf shape. Oh, we've got another message. I think, is this another joke? We'll see. Hopefully it's a clean one. All right, here. What fish is the richest fish? Dun, 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 dun. Oh my gosh. What fish is the richest fish? Give up? The goldfish. Oh man, I used to have fish. I had this big aquarium with these nice little what were they? Neon fish. They were little neons. They were really cool. And then my kids got a goldfish that just grew and grew because of the warm water and ate my fish. And that was like a 10-cent fish that you get at a carnival. Ate all my zebrafish. Oh man, my neon fish, or all the other fish I have. Anyways, there we go. All right, so let's do the stem. I think it could have been a little bit longer, but it's all right. And I noticed that. I noticed it could be a little bit thinner, a little bit longer, but this is good enough. It doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. So we got the middle, and then we've got the little parts that go out from this center line. Going out that way. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. How many people got here tonight? Participants. Let me see. Where's my participants? We had 19 the last time. Oh, 18. 18 of y'all. Thank you for joining us here. Just drawing for fun. The more you practice, the more you'll progress. Don't worry about the mistakes. They're stepping stones to success. Here we go. There's the apple top. And here, any apple jokes? I don't know. Some golden delicious apple jokes. That might be the punchline. I don't know. The apple pie in my eye. All right, I've got the structure. You can see the structure, my 2 circles and my 3 circles at the bottom. Now I just that's the structure. That's the part of the house you don't see. It's what holds the house up. If you don't see the structure, then you won't be able to get your drawings to feel solid, right? But once you see the structure, then you can see right there, bam, get the solid feel and curve. See, curve this out a little bit more. Oh, this apple. Bam, that was quick. All right, and you can shade it, color it. There is a thickness of line we can thicken and fix some of these lines if we needed to. But we're just cooking through these. We're cooking through these tonight. All right, let's go. Next one. Next. What's next? Oh, we've got our, yeah, we're cooking on these pretty quickly. Actually, I like this. We can fix this up, but it's just a sketch. If you will fix it up as much as you'd like, and then just let it go. Let it go. It's just practice. It's just practice. It's just practice. The more you practice. I don't know. Every time I do that voice, I want to say Pepperidge Farms remembers. All right, here we go. Let's see. Paper, paper. All right. Here we go. We've got our square with squares. Let's start off with 4 squares. And we're going to do 4 squares at the bottom. So we've got 1 square here. Same height, same width, and we've got 4 of those here. So if you want to use another sheet of paper and take those measurements, be a little more accurate, that's fine. We got a 3 by 4. This is going to fit in our 3 by 4. That's the ratio. The ratio is 3 by 4. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's the ratio of this shape. And the ratio of the whole shape is another 3 up. 1, 2, 3, right? So that's the ratio, the height to the width. And it's a special type of proportion. It's called a ratio. We're looking for relationships. This R, magic R, that helps us with the drawings. That's the biggest challenge with drawings, is seeing all the relationships, how everything fits. So we got a 3 by 4. 3 by 4. And let's see, that's close enough. Then I'm going to bring it straight across to the top. And then bring it in just a little bit. Yeah, bring it on the back, on this back side, back in here. So we've got this solid shape. Ready? Let me see. We got the sewing machine, old-fashioned sewing machine. My mom was a seamstress. Yep. She sewed my new blue jeans. My mother, how does the song go? My mother was a tailor. Sewed my new blue jeans. My mom down in New Orleans. There we go. So, bam, there's our ratio for this bottom part. I'm thickening it up, fixing it up. Then we've got this top part of this. Ooh, that's interesting. I didn't bother to look, but I can see it right here in my drawing. It goes from here and it goes below. So let's go watch this. Okay, so we have our 3 squares here. I don't want to lose anybody, but we just cut this corner, cut that corner. And then here, this drops below our square just a little bit. And then it comes in, and it comes in a little bit more than a square as well. Then it comes up right about that middle as well. That square line. Yeah, that square line comes in, and then it drops down right in here. See this third square right there on that third square. Right here. This is the third square. 1, 2, 3, right there. And that third square. It's about a 4th in from that third square. And then that's it. That's it. That's the hardest part. Yeah, that's the hardest part right there. But we've seen where the relationship is, and then we just bring this back, and then again curve that corner, and then it comes in back here a little. It comes in a little bit. Now that's the arm. That's the structure. Now that's it. All we need is all the detail that goes in here. We've got the needle. Actually, I know how to sew. Believe it or not, I've sewn costumes. I've done all kinds of stuff. All right, it's all about the skills. Then we've got the circle, the dial. There's a dial right here, a big circle. Try to get it as round as you can. Practice drawing circles. And then we got a concentric circle, a circle inside that circle. And then we've got another circle on top of that, probably as big as the smaller circle, probably a little bigger right in there. There's the dials. And then we've got all the little settings. Let's start off with a little rectangle over here. And then we've got a line. And then we've got, another line that's like right on top of that square line, that square line that was right there. That's right about there. Yeah, we are going to be moving on to a little more advanced drawings. We are. Get all these beginning drawings out. We have enough stuff, so you'll have to look at all our recordings. Got another little line. Yeah, because the spool up here. See where that spool is? Let's get all this detail first. Let me get this. Usually detail goes last, but I want to do that first. I want to see the relationship of where that spool is up here. It's like right above this center, to the left a little bit, and it's a little bit of a rectangle, but the top and the bottom spool lines right there, and then we've got the center line, that spool. There it is. That's where the thread goes on there. And then there we go. Oh, we're missing one more. This little dial right back here. This dial actually controls the up and down. If you want to go really slow, you can actually turn this dial to bring the needle up or down. I knew that much. And these, I forget what these settings are. That's all good. Well, there it is. There's our sewing machine. Pretty quick. I think it's a little wider than it is. Probably it'd be a little more accurate if I turned it like that. It's probably went a little, looks like it'll, I don't know. It looks a little off, but it's okay. Let's do the B. Let's do the B. B, let it be. Let it be, let it be. All right, the B is, I guess we're gonna just do a triangle. There's a little bit of a triangle, and we got the axis line. That should help. We got to get an axis line in there. And it looks like a peace sign. Oh, that's would be cool. We need to see more peace. Yeah, it'd be cool to see the peace signs again, like in the back in the 60s. Yes, all these wars and stuff going on. All right, but this axis line is the middle. We got this triangle that's there. Then we've got the bumblebee. Bumblebee. See here, I can see the circles coming out. I can maybe need to bring that down or up. Watch the angles. But it's these two circles, and then the body, and then two smaller circles, and then this interesting shape for this wing. Oh, there's 3 more messages. Oh, there's probably 3 jokes. Let's see. Let's see what we got. All right. A lot of you are really creative. If you tell me you knit crochet quilts, I will pass out from woo. You know what? I have done macrame, and I have not really knitted. My mom would knit. I would help her. Actually, I would spread out the her yarn, but I never really knitted purl one. Let me see. All right, love the sewing machine. Mom sewed our clothes too. Yeah, isn't that memory? It's crazy that they don't do that anymore. It's a lost skill. They took it out of schools, home ec, all that stuff. Looking good, old fashioned. That's a message from Josh. Thank you for your messages. Makes me feel like I'm not alone here. All right. And then we got yeah, we're just putting this wing together, and there's a lot of curves. I've got the straights. Now I can add the curves, and I can see that the curves, this wing in here, and this circle shape, this shape of this wing. Yeah, there it is. There it is. That's looking pretty good. It's really, and these lines are really thick. These lines are very thick. I'm actually not even doing it justice. There we go. A little thicker. There it is. Yeah, I don't know. You know what it is? It's really being a problem solver. It's really figuring things out. And that's like puzzles. This is why I love puzzles. This is why, like, sometimes, when you're first doing something, it's going to be slow. You're going to be slow until you figure it out. And then once you figure it out, you just pick up speed. You do pick up speed, practice. But, it's going at the right pace, finding your pace. Finding your pace and your intention. What are you intending? What are you trying to do? Shoot for that. The drawing basics will take you a lot of places. Just the basics here. That's what I really address, because we can get really fancy. I mean, I don't know. Let me see some of these fancy drawings. Look at that. We can get really fancy. This has to do with more shading. You don't have to go this far. You really don't. Here I can make that more of an edge, and you don't have to go this realistic. Actually, it can be more realistic. I can get more shades in here and get it a little more realistic if I really want to, more detail. Um, but that's not the point. The point is to try to express yourself, try to plan. This is a skill. Drawing is a skill, and how far you should know what you're shooting for, your intention. Like here, just a cartoon or I don't know. Yeah. And this is what I'm going to really push is ideas, using drawing for ideas, thinking, expressing, or even just, here we go. Just giving yourself permission to suck. You can see here, look at this. Oh my gosh, look at this detail. I don't even know what she was thinking when she was doing this. You can tell there was some thought going on in here. She was just scribbling away. I got to find those other drawings. She did really well. Again, more scribbles there. Just let yourself go. Let it go. Let it go. Back to the bee. Let it be. Yeah, something's going on outside. We had all that speeding cars, and now we've got a helicopter I can hear. So I don't know. Hopefully nobody's hurt. What else can I do? Well, I can paint. I've done remodeling. I've remodeled not the greatest, but it works. I can I don't know, I dabble. That's the whole thing. I'm not afraid to make mistakes. There's a little bit of curve, these bees. I've got these two little lines there. And then here, one more slight curve. 1, 2, 3. And then here, if you're unsure, do it light. There's 1 and then 2 right in there. See, I can do it lightly. And then there's a little gap right in here. So I can do it. See, right there, there's 1. Bring it over, bring it over. And that, and then we've got this other one. Bam. There it is. Now we just need the head, I think. Oh, there's a little. I was stung by a bee once. Baloney. All right. In the forehead, right in the forehead. Now that happened this year. And the last time I was stung by a bee, I don't know, I must have been a kid. A wee little kid. I can't remember. So long ago. And that must have been more than 40 years ago. More than 40 years ago. All right, here we go. There's our bee body, our bee body. And we need the bee head. It's just a circle up here, right behind here. See a little circle. It's not quite a circle. It does have a little bit of pull on the sides. It's not an exact perfect circle. There's like a little bit of a pull. But if you get a perfect circle, that's fine. Again, sometimes you don't notice these little nuances. If you get it to be a circle, that's perfect. If you can see the little nuances, great. Get them in there. If you don't see them, you will in time. Give it time. Give yourself patience. Give yourself grace. Be patient and persistent. Play the long game. Everybody's wants results now, right away. It does take time. Practice patience, little discernment, knowing what you're shooting for too. Saying, okay, I'm shooting for accuracy, or I'm shooting for an idea. Know what you're shooting for. What are you aiming at? As a sketchbook warrior, you need to know what you're aiming at. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. There it is. There's our B. Letter B. Let it be. Let it be. I would probably shade every other one just for the heck of it. Make it a little more like a B. There we go.
Hey, Eladio,
Yes.
one question. Um, so how do you get the angle of the triangle right? Because it's not an equilateral triangle.
It's actually, oh no, it's not. It's not an equilateral, but it's symmetrical. All right, that's a great question. So what helps is having that axis line. Having that
Mm-hmm.
axis line, then you can actually you can really go really far out. See? See how this is
Yeah.
wider? And then this is not as wide, or this would be more equilateral right there, right? So
Yeah.
it's all about angles, right? We use ratios, angles. So it's learning to see the angles. It's not horizontal because that wouldn't work. It's not a 45 degree angle. right? For it's a little bit, it's almost like a 45. This looks almost like a 45-degree angle, actually. Yeah, it's actually pretty close to a 45-degree angle. And then I guess in here, what is it, 180 divided by 3? Oh man, I'm barely getting flashbacks in my geometry class. Yeah. A great question. Did that help?
Yeah, so you just like kind of eyeball it to figure out
Yeah, you kind of
what
have to
looks
eyeball
right.
it. If you're having trouble eyeballing, you can measure. You can get a sheet of paper and say, okay, oh,
Oh,
there,
okay.
and then
Yeah.
and right there too. That helps get it centered. Yeah, don't be afraid to,
Yeah.
use rulers, use different things that you need to. It's not cheating. It's they're guides and maybe like training wheels until you can eyeball it, right? And then you're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah. And then you get practice eyeballing. It's called eyeballing, trying to see, these relationships. Can you draw a square? You just got to practice. Okay, is that a square? Oh, let's see how close I got to it by eyeballing it. Let me see. Let me see. I think I'm pretty close. That was an eyeball. Let's see. Ooh, look at that. That's 1 inch by 1 inch. See, that's pretty good. It's a 1 inch square right there. Perfect. Not too shabby. But yeah, that's just practice. Sometimes using the ruler can eventually lead one to do it naturally by hand. FYI. Yeah. Yeah,
Mm.
you gotta, just it does help, and sometimes you don't worry about it's more about the practice. The ruler can probably take some time. And that's what yeah, we have a next person is a little next drawing is a little person running. We got a circle and we've got an arm coming down and there's a little bit of a swoosh on it. Yeah, so just practice, practice, practice. You'll see it like, oh my gosh, it's off. Okay, it's okay that it's off. And you'll draw it again and go, oh, it's off again. How can I solve that problem? It's okay to have the problem. Just live with it and say, okay, I got to solve it. And all right, axis lines, that'll help. But see, that's the thing. You gotta sometimes accept it and live with it for a little while to figure it out and not get frustrated, not get upset, not let those emotions, emotions can, our biggest challenge in drawing is ourselves. It is, it is. That's the biggest challenge sometimes. Oh my gosh, it didn't come up the way I wanted it to. I mean, so you got to see it and say, okay, what do I need to work on? What is it I'm working on? That's what the warm-ups are going to really help because it's going to help you to focus on one thing at a time. And with a focus, then you can focus on and like, okay, till you get it. Then you go on to the next focus. You go on to the next focus, right? So that's the whole approach to this is why I just actually today I canceled some classes because I want to get those videos out. I really do. So you can go at your own pace and you can practice on what you need to work on. See, that's the whole thing. If you're practicing what other needs to work on, sometimes it's boring. Like, oh, I already know that. I got that already. All right. So you gotta, yeah, practice, but it's about the practice. Like here, somebody was drawing people with just these shapes, right? And that's all you need. That's all you need. And this is really good because you can actually do a lot with just this stick figure here. You can make them bend, and then you can, you know, do all kinds of stuff with these arms. And they all have these joints, right? And put some life into these characters. And this is really good just for just explaining an idea or whatever these characters, these stick figures. Um, I don't know, yeah, all kinds of stuff. Anyways, what's the next drawing? Yeah, just have fun. Oh, it's a heart. That's really complicated. I don't know. It's triangular. I can see the circle and a little cone. See, I started have the strawberry shape. Let's zoom in. Doing it really small because I'm doing it really fast. Here's strawberry shape. It's just the strawberry shape. Right, that's the heart. There we go. And then we've got the parts, which make it a little more complicated. The movie man isn't the AOL symbol, I think. Yeah, I think so too. Somebody wrote that. Yeah, I think that is the AOL symbol. Back in the day. AOL, back in my day, dial-up. What's that? We used to have to wait to get on the internet. Yeah. All right. Oh, get him. All right. That's Thomas Bath time. All right. Here we go. I remember a time when internet didn't have any pictures or video, let alone video. Oh my gosh. If someone picked up the landline, you would lose your internet signal too. I know. And if you were downloading something, forget about it. You'd have to start over. Oh my gosh, what a pain. These kids these days, why is waiting? Like, oh, you don't know. Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. Yeah, you would pick up the landline and then you'd have to start over. Forget about Zoom. Zoom wasn't even a twinkle in anybody's eye. All right, here we go. I probably some people visionaries. This is why drawing is important because you can be a visionary. Like, oh wow, this is my idea. This is what I'm gonna do, and sketch it out. So the ideas start somewhere. You know, the power of one idea. Whose an idea whose time has come. There we go. That's the whole thing. There we go. Here's the heart. It's a little straighter on this side, I think. I'm just drawing it out. I'm not breaking it down too much. I'm just doing it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. And that's the hard part sometimes. You see that, especially when you're learning and you see the beginning drawing and the end drawing and like, how did you get from there to there? I try to break it down. Sometimes it's too much, or if I'm going too fast. But yeah, just breaking it down. The process, it's about the process. We got to praise the process, the how. You saw me do the shape, and then just all these other little shapes in here. These little, oh man, I knew somebody just had a little heart attack. I think was it a heart attack? I don't have to have one of those little balloons put inside the miracle of technology. There's little bumps in here. This muscle just automatically thump, thump, thump all the time. Stop dragging my heart around. There we go. A stent balloon, right? A stent balloon. Yeah, stent. Thank technology. And they didn't have to do any surgery or anything. It's like a little pinhole or something to get it in there. Saving lives. There it is. There's the heart. That's pretty close. All right, what's next? Let's do it. We're just cooking. Speaking of, this is something else. I think I don't know if it's all right, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and it's almost a square this way. I'll start off that way. We're gonna start off with a square sideways, which is interesting because you want to maybe even turn it to check it, but it should be like a diamond shape. We're gonna start off with that diamond shape. We're drawing a hand here. We're drawing a hand. We're starting off with this diamond shape because we've got to see that shape right in that square. And then I can see that, and then it's just one finger up here, and then three down here. Let's center it, three down here, which I kind of find the middle one, and then just add the two on the side. Bam, right in there. See, 1, 2, 3. And then we've got this finger. Maybe thin this one out a little bit. Round it out. Round it out. See, I could see that square. Now you can check your square if it's square this way. Doesn't have to be perfect, but there it is. And then we've got a thumb that goes up. A thumb that goes up this way, and then comes back down. And this one's Alan posted this one. The thumb is probably the hardest part. It's the hardest part. I got a lot of Tom Petty going on tonight. Great storyteller. The waiting is the hardest part. Yeah, sometimes the waiting is the hardest part. But what are you waiting for? Action, 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 action. Takes action. But oh man, what was that coming across? Yeah, sometimes learning to wait, learning to be patient as well is important. Action is important. Balance is important. That's what it is. Balance, finding the right balance. It's always hard sometimes, balance everything. Well, you balance something because you're here tonight to practice. That's awesome. There's that hand. Look at that. Boom. Wax on, wax off. I saw that today as well. Yeah. It's practice, practice. Wax on, wax off. Yep. The more you sweat during practice, the less you bleed during battle, right? The more you practice it, the more you sweat in training. And sometimes you don't know why, right? There should be purpose. You're waxing on, waxing off. But the thing is, he didn't know why he was doing that exercise. And sometimes you don't. Sometimes I was like, oh my gosh, you don't know. Why am I doing this? Why is this warm-up important? Well, that's why the warm-ups are going to be important. I think this is our last, here we go. I don't know which tree we're going to do, but this is our last little drawing here. It's 3 circles, or almost ovals. I don't know what they are. Let's zoom out a little bit. There we go. And here a little bit of ovalish. 1, 2. And the third one, actually, yeah, I don't know. These are the feet. These are the feet. They're almost, I have to measure. I would say they're a little bit smaller, and they are a little bit smaller than this width. But it's really close. It's really close. It's almost a third. These two are pretty close to the same. And I think I'm going to just use a marker to do it. But we've got our number 8, infinity. To infinity and beyond. Let's do this. Now we're going to put all this together. I'm going to use a marker. Do the outside. Outside comes in. Doesn't go all the way. Oh, this arm. This is an arm, actually. Arm goes over and back up. I didn't draw it. I'm just doing it. I would have done it with pencil first, but I feel confident in my skills where I kind of knew I'd kind of get it good enough. But if you don't, that's okay. Draw it in with pencil. Takes a little longer, but if that's where you're at, that's where you're at. That happened to me. It happened to me. What happened was I was painting this big painting and I got overconfident. I was like, but when you do things at a different scale, sometimes things change. And I hadn't done a big drawing in a while. And I was doing a portrait, which is definitely had to look like him. It was this person, and it was so funny. I was drawing it, and I was struggling with it. And this is public. This is out in the open in a parking lot. I was doing this portrait of somebody on a wall, and it was somebody that everybody knew that had passed away. And then I hear a couple ladies in the distance, no se parece, which means it doesn't look like him. And then I like, and then I like kind of like look, and they're like waving. Oh, looks beautiful. I'm like, oh yeah, I just heard you, and I know it didn't look like it. So I had to bring out the squares. Bring out the squares. Took a little longer, but it was more accurate, and I had to redo it. But that's okay. Sometimes you do that. Sometimes you forget, like, oh, I haven't done large portraits in a while. So it was a little bit off. All right, the eyes are in the center. Yeah, you gotta, sometimes, that's it. Sometimes you gotta take a step back. Sometimes you do have a setback. And you're like, oh, okay, back to the drawing board. How can don't let it get you down. You gotta take it and do it again. And say these simple eyes, little, right at the middle, and then the mouth, smiley mouth right in there. Bam, that's pretty close. That's pretty close. All right. All right, we've got some trees. Nobody angioplasty. Yeah. Yeah, that's a scary time. It's scary. I mean, if you're going through it and then like, oh, they can save your life. They saved a life. It's insane. All right, so we got some trees. I don't know. I guess I'll share. This will be the last drawing. We've been drawing for quite a while. 7:42, a little over an hour. Should we stop? And yeah, I think we should stop. Let's see. Take a little break.